AI video editing tools are leveling up every single week, and if you are creating content at any serious scale right now, these apps can genuinely shave hours off your entire workflow. Today, I want to walk you through the absolute best AI tools I'm currently recommending, ones that actually help you push videos out faster without turning your entire content process into a tedious chore. We'll cover a few heavy hitters you've likely already heard about, pinpoint exactly where they shine brightest and where they might fall a little short. Crucially, I'll show you why one specific tool needs to be on your radar if your main goal is turning those long-form videos into a constant stream of high-performing short content. Let's kick things off with the tool that completely redefined editing by letting you edit your video just like you edit a simple text document. That would be Descript. I've personally been using Descript for ages, and it remains one of the most intuitive ways to assemble and cut together footage quickly. The core concept of editing the video entirely by editing the text transcript is deceptively simple, yet Descript made that interaction feel incredibly natural. It automatically transcribes your entire audio track, meaning you literally delete sentences from the text to seamlessly remove those sections from the video timeline. Beyond that essential editing feature, their audio cleanup capabilities are nothing short of outstanding. Their signature studio sound feature can take even moderately recorded audio and make it sound like it was professionally mixed in a high-end studio. Furthermore, the noise reduction feature they offer is genuinely effective for removing distracting background hums or static. When you start tracking these small time savers over the course of a week, they accumulate into massive efficiency gains for your production schedule. Think about the one-click removal of awkward silences, the automatic cleanup of filler words like ums and ahs, and even the removal of repeated takes. You can even train the system on your own voice, and then simply type replacement lines that the AI speaks back in a remarkably accurate clone of your own voice. This feature is super handy for quickly fixing those tiny nagging errors without ever having to re-record your source material. They have also recently integrated a very impressive eye contact correction feature into their toolkit. I remember feeling a bit weirded out the very first time I saw it in action, but honestly, when it's implemented well, the final result looks absolutely fantastic. And if you prefer to take your project into a dedicated NLE like Premiere or DaVinci for final color grading, Descript exports your project files quite nicely. The main limitation to keep in mind is that while it's great for talking heads, podcasts, and straightforward tutorial content, it struggles with heavy visual effects or highly complex timeline edits. For those deep dives, you will still want to rely on a traditional nonlinear editor to get the job done perfectly. Regarding costs, their pricing structure is quite friendly, offering a completely free tier so you can test the waters first. They also have a hobby plan that comes in around $12 per month, which is fantastic value. The Creator and Pro tiers unlock more of the advanced AI features and crucially include 4K export capabilities for high-resolution needs. Overall, Descript remains a truly solid starting point for the vast majority of new and established content creators today. Next up on our list is CapCut, a tool that somehow manages to pack an insane amount of AI features into an application that feels surprisingly powerful across both mobile and desktop platforms. CapCut's biggest strength lies in how incredibly fast it allows you to iterate through different creative drafts and edits. Features like auto captions, built-in filler removal, and various text-driven editing functions make it easy to rough out a usable clip in minutes. But the true show-off features are those AI tools that manipulate the footage after it's already recorded, like the stunning relight effect. It's frankly uncanny watching the app intelligently adjust the lighting on your face, and even the background illumination after the fact. They also have a very useful image expand tool that intelligently fills in missing background space when you crop a video, plus auto color correction that actually does a solid job for quick projects. CapCut is absolutely brilliant for social-first creators because of its extensive template library and the sheer convenience of editing on a mobile device. The main downsides include the fact that the more advanced pro features are gated behind a paid subscription tier, even if that tier is relatively inexpensive. Also, for serious long-form repurposing or setting up automated scheduling across multiple channels, it is not designed as a full publishing platform. It's an amazing editor for whipping up quick shorts and implementing creative effects, but you'll find yourself bouncing between apps if you need to publish consistently on a set schedule. If you already live and breathe inside Adobe Premiere Pro for your main editing tasks, you definitely need to check out the AutoCut plugin. This is a powerful plugin specifically targeted at professionals, designed to automate all the most tedious and repetitive parts of the editing process within Premiere itself. It transcribes footage, automatically adds high-quality captions, removes those long silent chunks, and can even detect different speakers in long interviews to create a multicam-like cut on its own. For podcasters or anyone editing lengthy interview footage, that speaker-aware automation is an absolute colossal time saver because it intelligently picks angles and adds jump cuts. The feature that suggests relevant B-roll based on the transcript content can save you days of sourcing media for those massive long-form projects. However, AutoCut's entire world is built around Premiere Pro. If you are not already entrenched in the Adobe ecosystem, this is not a standalone solution you can use effectively. Furthermore, the full AI suite is priced squarely for professional agency budgets, not necessarily for the solo creator. It's perfect for agencies or heavy-use creators who already live in Premiere and need to automate intensive interview cutting, but it is definite overkill for someone just clipping highlights daily. Now we shift gears to the specialists entirely focused on repurposing. Opus Clip is a clear favorite for turning long videos into short, potentially viral-ready clips automatically. You simply upload your long-form file, and Opus immediately identifies the most engaging moments within it. It then auto-reframes those moments perfectly for vertical formats like TikTok or Reels, applies text, and often injects relevant contextual B-roll or motion graphics to help the clip stand on its own. Essentially, it functions as a highly tuned, intelligent clip-finding engine that understands precisely where the highest engagement spikes live within your footage. Opus Clip is honestly one of the simplest ways to batch create dozens of shorts from webinars, podcasts, or lengthy interviews all at once. The entire platform is built specifically for scale, allowing you to process multiple source videos in parallel very quickly. It is heavily tuned to find those clips statistically most likely to perform well across all major social media platforms. The primary downside is that the free tier will apply a watermark, and sometimes the AI's automatic selections will require a human touch for perfect context. However, the sheer amount of time it saves means that even the necessary manual cleanup is usually much quicker than starting the entire clipping process from scratch. Pricing is quite reasonable for creators whose core business model revolves around high-volume repurposing, though you will step up plans for custom branding or full control. Then there is Runway, which operates in a completely different technological lane, focusing heavily on pure generative AI for video creation. Do you need to create entirely synthetic B-roll footage, generate stunning visuals purely from a text prompt, or even animate a still image with realistic lip sync? Runway is the current playground where all these sci-fi level features are actively becoming a reality for creators today. Their latest gen models are producing content that is getting eerily close to photorealism, offering robust text-to-video, text-to-image, and in-painting tools. If your creative vision requires generating brand new footage or realizing surreal, never-before-seen visuals, this is where you need to be experimenting. The trade-off for this power is that generative tools like Runway can be quite heavy on render time and associated computing costs. And while the output is undeniably impressive, it often requires further polish and refinement in a traditional editor to be truly broadcast-ready. It functions less like a one-click repurposing machine and much more like a sophisticated creative lab for generating unique custom assets. This makes it fantastic for high-concept marketing campaigns or visually unique social posts, but less practical for simply clipping a 1-hour live stream into 10 digestible shorts. Which brings us to the tool I personally want to call out and focus on the most, Vizard. If your primary bottleneck is turning long content, like webinars, podcasts, or interviews into a consistent, steady stream of short social content, Vizard was literally built from the ground up for that exact workflow. Think of it as combining a powerful repurposing engine with a smart social scheduler, all rolled into one cohesive platform with incredibly intelligent clip selection. Vizard's key piece of magic is its automatic viral clip extraction process. You upload your long video file, and the AI analyzes it deeply, looking for strong engagement signals and key narrative beats, not just random segment links. It doesn't just chop segments arbitrarily, it finds the exact moments that actual viewers demonstrated they wanted to keep watching and packages those as ready-to-post clips. This functionality alone can save you countless hours compared to the tedious process of manually skimming through hours of footage yourself. Beyond the intelligent clipping, Vizard features an incredibly useful auto-schedule function. You simply define how often you want to publish content, and the AI lines up those curated clips and publishes them automatically, meaning you don't have to babysit a strict content calendar. And yes, speaking specifically of calendars, Vizard's integrated content calendar is a central dashboard where absolutely everything ties together. You gain the power to schedule, make final edits, and publish your content across all your chosen social platforms right from this single location. This completely eliminates that painful shuffle between your editing software, a separate social scheduler tool, and an accompanying tracking spreadsheet. For individual creators or small teams striving to maintain a truly consistent online presence, having both editing and distribution consolidated is a massive workflow multiplier. When we stack Vizard up against tools like Opus Clip, Vizard feels noticeably more polished for the entire publishing pipeline from start to finish. Compared directly to editors like CapCut and Descript, Vizard's clip-finding intelligence and scheduling capabilities are purpose-built specifically for high-volume repurposing scale. This means Vizard is less concerned with raw editing features like lighting manipulation or advanced voice cloning, focusing instead on reliable content output. In practical terms, this translates to you being able to keep producing your primary long-form content and letting Vizard turn it into an always-on social feed without adding any extra overhead to your plate. That is not to say Vizard replaces every other piece of software in your toolkit, because there are still times you'll need others. You might still want Descript for those granular, transcript-driven text fixes, or CapCut for quick creative effects when you're on your phone. You might need Runway when you absolutely must generate an abstract piece of generative B-roll or Premiere with AutoCut for heavy post-production control over an interview. But if your daily grind involves publishing a long video, repurposing it to shorts, and posting consistently across platforms, Vizard shrinks that entire cycle down to a fraction of the time commitment. When it comes to pricing, Vizard remains competitive when you factor in the massive value proposition of the time it saves you every single week. Their plans scale effectively based on the number of source videos you process and the scheduling frequency you require for your output. For any creator who is publishing frequently, the hours you save easily cover the cost of the subscription very rapidly. Many successful creators pair Vizard with a lighter editor like CapCut for final polish or Descript for quick voice tweaks, then let Vizard manage the heavy repurposing and scheduling pipeline. So that is the quick tour of the current landscape of powerful AI video tools available to us right now. Remember, Descript excels at transcript-first editing and fantastic audio fixes, while CapCut is king for fast, creative mobile and desktop quick edits. If Premiere is your foundational editor, AutoCut provides unparalleled automation for complex interview projects. Opus Clip is your go-to for rapid clip extraction and immediately vertical-ready content, whereas Runway is purely for pushing the boundaries with generative visuals. And finally, Vizard stands out as the practical powerhouse, specifically designed to turn long content into a reliably scheduled stream of social clips with minimal manual intervention required. I am genuinely excited watching how quickly this entire creative space is evolving every single month. We are seeing better auto editors, smarter clip finding algorithms, and cleaner scheduling workflows appearing constantly. If your primary goal is scaling your content output without immediately burning out from the sheer volume, pick two tools wisely. Select one editor that provides the final polish you personally desire, and one dedicated repurposing publishing platform that efficiently converts your source material into scheduled posts. For most creators struggling with that second part, Vizard makes the entire repurposing and publishing piece significantly easier to manage day to day. Please let me know down in the comments which specific tool you are leaning on right now, whether it's one of these or something else you've been geeking out over. If you're comfortable sharing, tell me what kind of content you typically make. Podcasts, long interviews, courses, and I will tell you exactly how I would structure a workflow using these applications for you. We have more in-depth walkthroughs and detailed comparisons linked for you below if you want to dive deeper into any of these specific tools. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video breakdown.